Hello, this is Mr. Chabry. Welcome back to some of my Mario Maker levels. This one, as you see, right off the bat, there's a branching path. There's this pipe that leads... There's this part, and then there's a pipe that leads right here, really close to the final area. And this one, I did want to use an airship for the final area instead of a castle, because it fits so good on this one. So I decided, let's go ahead and do that. But here... if you want to get this level done, this world done quickly, you can actually just beat this and go straight to the end. But first, I want to show you guys this one. I'm going to show you this path, because I think I'm really proud of these different paths I did. And this first level is called Snaking Through the Clouds. So I wanted to make another, a little sky theme one right here. But we got like these little snake blocks. It's basically, you just go across the snake blocks on this. Make sure you pay attention to how the snake is moving. And over here, you can try to jump across to get that 50 coin, or you just go across safely like that. Over here, you can go down here. And like I said, be very careful here. Pay attention to your block, because if you're not paying attention, you can end up falling off of it. And there's a lot of people that die in this area here. Which, I mean, if you're just paying attention to how the block's moving, it should be pretty simple. And while you ride the block, you'll get to this point down here where you just jump up simply. Here we got a little flying Koopa. You can actually ignore him if you want. You got a pipe up there. I'll show you guys a thing about the pipe. Well, actually, I'll just go ahead and show you. There's like a thing that people call cheesing a level. And one of the quick ways that someone can cheese a level is they can fly over stuff like that. If you get enough of a run over here, I can't show you now because I've lost my power up. If you get enough of a run here, you can actually fly up above those spikes there in this cloud. I wanted to have something there designed to, keep that in mind that people could cheese that part. So, when people fly up there, they might be thinking, oh, I'm outsmarting the creator here. But they see there's like a little reward up here for them for even doing that. So once you get up here, you can like go down that pipe and have a little bonus area that you come out on. And you actually end up skipping this little section here. Which this section isn't too difficult either. Just pay attention to the block snake. Make sure you're not getting stuck in an area where you'll get stuck in. And up there, I actually made it harder to cheese this part. But here, you just jump up here. If you have the tail, you can just hit that. It's just coins. You can jump across or wait for the little guy to come across. But you got another leaf here. You can just, just run across. Or just wait for the platforms. I'll just go ahead and go across. I don't need to wait for the platforms. And here we've got a little area, one last area of this snake block. And this one is a lot quicker. But if you're like paying attention, you'll notice that you can actually just wait it out here like that. And it'll just lead back down here. You can actually just sit with that other Koopa there and not worry about dying there. If you just watch out, for the Koopa and everything. You can just sit there and wait for the snake block to get in position for you to jump across. As of recording this, no one has actually beaten that level. I feel like it's a level where if you just pay attention and get an idea of how it's moving, it's not too hard. But I guess people think... I guess people just haven't played it all the way through. They give up. So maybe I might edit that a little bit, I don't know. But here is one of these levels here where you ride the platforms. And you have a little saw blade there to give people an idea. Yeah, there's going to be saw blades in this level. Here, I tried my best to make it where the platforms move really close to each other. But, there's different factors that might make them separate a little bit. I've got this part here. And ideally, it should set it up where you can just do that. But then you've got down there where the path zigzags to get them back in the same position. And here we go. We've got a little power up here. That little thing will make it easier for you. Here, you just hit the little on-off switch. And this is one of those things that you can't control. I don't know, because sometimes they'll both move at once together, and usually that one's a little bit in the back. Sometimes that one in the back will be the one caught, you know, where it's not close at all, and you just have to wait a little bit. So it's really hard to get these two where they're both really close to each other. This time it actually worked out very well to get them close together, but as you see here, I've got like the zigzag with the idea that the bottom one usually ends up in front. So yeah, this is like this is the only time I've done this where the top one ends up in front. But it's like one of those things that you can't really predict. You got these little Galoombas here. Just toss him off. And you see the saw blade following in on you. Right, you don't really have to react to it because you're close enough to the end that you can just chill out and just not even worry about it. And you can just get the top, actually, if you stick it out with the top one. You can actually just get an easy one up there. I put that there basically as like a little risk reward. Are you going to just stick it out and get a reward for sticking it out? So here, I wanted to do something with, like, I really like the rainbow bridge on this, you know? But I want to do something with these little Hammer Brother guys that jump around on the map. So this one's called Hammer Brothers Haven. And it's basically like a hideout, I guess, for Hammer Brothers. But here you can see it's in the Super Mario 3D World aesthetic. You can see a little coin down there. I wanted to give the idea right off the bat that if you use the boomerang, you can get coins from down here. So you just jump across here. And you actually come across these like guys here. If you bounce off that guy, you can actually get a 1-up up there. But you just keep going straight, and you come across some of these Hammer Brothers. Grab that coin from up there. Come to the end here. And my hope with that earlier section is to let people know that they can, you know, just use the boomerang to get a coin. So you just do that, and you just run across up here. And you can get that last coin from down there. And now you can go into the door. So now you're over here in this section, and you can see the door is actually up there, so you're going to have to find an on-off switch. You've got these like blocks here that you'll just go across, you know. You jump up here to where there's a giant Hammer Brother that actually has the key. So you could try to go back, but you remember the door is up on in an unreachable area that you need the on-off switch for. So with that in mind, you come across here to where you've got an on-off switch, and you actually have to use the boomerang to get it. You've got a boomerang here in case you need it. If you want, there's a easy 1-up mushroom up there. You can do this 2 ways. You can try to, you know, go across up here and go up the top, or you can go on the bottom. Got a little incentive down there for people that take the bottom route, even though technically you can just do that. But I wanted to have like different areas that you can go through. But here is the tricky part where you have to time your jumps and be very careful. It really helps if you get rid of that piranha plant early on. And then here you've got this little section here. This plant actually meant to delete, but I put it there just to test out to make sure you can actually do this. But you just turn that off. If we give you enough space, you can actually get up here to get an easy 1-up. Basically, giving people that know what they're doing a little reward for knowing what they're doing. So with that, we can actually go to the end, or well, in the beginning you could have went across to this level down here and then got to the end. I wanted to make this level here actually very tricky. The only way, like, that way, if you're wanting to take a shortcut, a shorter path, you have to have the patience, the skills, the precise jumping to do this. And it's called Bonsai Bullets into the Sky. And you're going to see that this is actually the toughest level I made as of right now. It's like very tough. Even for me, this is like a very tough level. Sometimes they don't shoot out right, but that's why I made it a little more forgiving for this section. Because sometimes they shoot out how you'd want them, and sometimes they don't. But with that, you can go across here. Now the actual meat and potatoes of this level is here, and I'm hoping I can get this done on camera. It's basically, you gotta time your jumps. If it's a bridge, there's going to be a bonsai bullet come across. You can actually take the platforms here, or just go up those like individual cloud blocks. Alright, so this part is actually tricky. When I was making this level, that's the part that gave me trouble. But I put it there because, you know, if you want to beat this level to get a shortcut to the end of the level, it's there for you. You can actually just, you know, jump across like this. Because it's actually close enough. The bullet bills are there just to give you an idea of what kind of stuff you're going to have to be doing to beat this level. And surprisingly, as of recording this, everyone that dies on the bottom of this part. Like, they don't even jump to the bullet bill. Right there. So here you actually do have to use that platform to get up there. And you saw there was a second mushroom. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I had to take a damage there. So here you see, oh, that's a bridge. And from what you learned earlier, bridges mean there's going to be bonsai bills coming through. And I died again. Okay. That is a very difficult level. I just lost that mushroom. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, from what you've learned, if there's a bridge, there's a bonsai bill waiting for you. So, my hope is that when you guys see that, you know, that you better get moving and not just sit around. At first it might be like kind of a surprise, you know, but once you like realize, oh, bridges means there's a bonsai bill coming, you'll time everything quicker. Oh, I've done it. Okay, so now you take this path up here. I didn't even make it. I should have waited for the screen to go up a little bit more so I can get better jumps on it. Wow, this is difficult. This is difficult, guys. This is a difficult level. But it's got to be difficult, right? Because if this isn't even a level that you're required to beat, and it's like a level that if you want the shortcut, you've got to prove that you can handle the shortcut. And really, there's not really a reason to take the blue path, but it's there just in case people want a second path. So this one, remember, we'll just wait a little bit. There we go. And this one, you have to sit and wait. You don't want to jump too soon because you got saw blades up there. There we go. And you just take this pipe. And one last test for you. You gotta make sure you jump, right time, and you beat the level. So that was pretty difficult. But it's meant to be difficult. This level is meant to be one of the tougher levels because you can easily just skip it if you wanted to. Or you could go to it and skip the rest of the world. So now it's time for the last level we'll look at today. The Grand Armada. And this one you gotta start going right away. I've put a little bit of leeway there because you've got those little cloud blocks that once you realize it's moving, you can try to jump a little bit quicker. And I just ducked right in the path of that. But here you gotta be a little careful with what you're doing. You've got two separate paths here. First time playing, you might just run across like that. But you can actually go up those cloud blocks too. There's not really much up here, just a little section to give it some more of a dynamic feel because it starts going back this way. Basically lets you see how big this armada is with what little that you actually see on the screen. You can see like there's multiple ships. Even ships that you don't really see. You got this little area here, little conveyor belt. You got like a bonsai build just out of nowhere there. You got like stuff over there that you can actually ignore. And here's the pipe that you'll take to the boss battle. So this one's actually a boss battle against Roy Koopa. And I think this is actually a pretty interesting one. I put conveyor belts to give it a little bit more difficulty since, you know, you're getting closer to the end of the worlds, the end of the game. So of course the difficulty is going to ramp up. I just lost my power up. There we go. And with that, go in this little transitional area. And you just go up here. And that's it. So, what do you think about my World 5? I thought it was pretty interesting doing it like this, having a split path that incentivizes you into, you know, if you want to finish it quicker, you've got like a really quick path. My World 6 is going to be an ice-themed world, and this is what I got so far. I haven't finished it yet. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will see